up? Rock God 2004 back with another video for you. Today I'm going to do a collection of horror films, which it's kind of one of my favourites, but it's not my favourite. And there's a remake. I do have the remake. I've got the Blu-ray with the lenticular sleeve. But probably nobody's interested in that, so I'll probably just leave that one out. Plus the fact I don't know where it is, but I do have it. This set I've never upgraded since DVD, for the reason all upgrades so far have been absolute garbage. Obviously you'll judge by the title. The films I'm going to be sort of talking about in this video is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So this is the original US Region 1 box set from 1999. When I got this, I got it brand new and sealed, and I was absolutely over the moon, and I never ever thought this will ever be beaten, and to date it hasn't. Everybody's been screaming for a Blu-ray box set, not that piece of garbage that came out on Warner Brothers. Didn't even bother getting it. I don't care how much better it looks. 2 films on 1 disc, crappy little slipcase, no thanks, I'll stick with this. Everybody was praying that Scream Factory were going to be doing a Blu-ray or even better a 4K set. It didn't happen. I don't know what the hell's going on with it, but until it does happen, whether it be Scream Factory or Warner Brothers do it themselves, I'm keeping this and I ain't upgrading. If I want to upgrade, it's got to be worth upgrading. And Part 5's got to be unrated. I'll still keep hold of this. I will never part with this because I got this signed by Amanda Wyss, who plays Tina. She was lovely. And even better, and he's even lovelier, I got it signed by Robert Englund. He also signed my ultra rare Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter CD single by Bruce Dickinson, which was originally on the Nightmare on Elm Street 5 soundtrack. I've got the promo 1-track CD single, and Robert Englund's on the front with the Freddy Krueger makeup from Part 5, and he signed that as well. I won't part with this. And they were both lovely to meet, so that will be staying in the collection anyway. If you've not seen this, that's The Spines. I think everybody's probably seen it. There is a UK version of this came out, and it is absolutely crap. I don't think you get that. This looks cheap. This is all embossed as well, look. I don't think the UK one is. And not only do you get the individual boxes as well, this has got proper disc art. I think the UK were all silver discs. So although there's only 7 films, this is actually 8 discs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you get a booklet. So in case you haven't seen them, this is part 1, and it uses all the original US poster art. And for DVDs as well, the picture on these is actually really damn good. And the artwork on the disc is really, really nice. I always remember as well, when this one came out, the first one, I had the sell-through video, and also I'd copied the rental one, and the bit where Rod is in jail and Nancy goes to see him, and I think he says, as she's running out the cell, he goes, "I didn't do it," or "Did you think I did it?" And she turns around and goes to him, "No." In the UK version, the fact she said no was missing. He goes, "Do you think I did it?" And she's just banging on the door to get out, so you're led to believe that she doesn't believe him. Why that one word "no" was cut out, I'll never know. But that's the first one, the original Wes Craven. This is my second favourite one. I love this film. I saw this at the cinema twice. And it's A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This, it still does get hate. It used to get a lot of hate. It seems to get like accepted a lot more now. Why accepted, I don't know. This holds a lot of like really, really good memories for me because, like I say, I saw it at the cinema twice. and I just loved it. It blew me away. Back of the cover. Nice artwork. Now that shower scene there in Elm Street 2, it's kind of known. I don't know if it's ever been sort of like repeated, but that actual scene is the only time in the Elm Street films, apart from the remake, that's not Robert Englund in the makeup. I don't know why, but I don't think he was on set or whatever, but apparently that's a woman. Strange. I heard it on some special feature somewhere. I don't know if it was on this or something else. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. This used to be my first favourite, then my second, and this has dropped down to third. I think it's because when these, like, I do still love it, but it's these corny lines that come out, these Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. I'm the Withered Master. It's too superhero-y and it gets on my wick. It's very cringy. And like Taryn, in my dreams I'm beautiful and bad. It's like, Jesus. However, it is such an enjoyable film. One of the best Robert Englund performances for me, and makeup. The UK artwork for these, I'll show you the UK quads at the end. They're totally different to these. Parts 1 and 2 for me are better than the US. Part 3 isn't. Part 4 isn't. Part 5 isn't. I think the last two are very similar. So keep watching at the end and I'll show you the quads for them all. Artwork on the disc. Now when this came out as well, this is actually on the New Line label. So this is before Warner Brothers bought them out. So that's Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Overrated, not one of my favourites. In fact, it's probably my second worst. Yet it was the most popular and highest grossing, and it's a lot of people's favourite. I can't abide Tuesday Night. She's definitely no Patricia Arquette. I think she's terrible, and she's like a Madonna wannabe. A lot of the soundtrack for this one is really good. I used to have the soundtrack. I had quite a lot of the original presses of these on set, like, you know, the score on the Very Sariband, however you pronounce it. I had 1 and 2. Don't have them anymore, unfortunately. And I had a few of the other later ones. Oh, I had 4 as well, and 5. But some of them, like for 4 and 5, I had the song ones as well, and part 4 was actually pretty good. But my God, 4 and 5 had some crap on as well, some rap. I hate rap. But there you go. The very overrated Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Next, although if this ever does get upgraded, I want the unrated one. For me, this is the worst one of the lot. I think it's corny, it's embarrassing, and I think the makeup in it is absolutely god-awful. But it's better than Jason X. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. The one who plays the little boy Jacob, he is the one who's right at the beginning of Jurassic Park as well, when they're finding the fossils. And when he's trying to be sort of like a younger Freddy, he's quite annoying. But there you go. And I'm pretty sure that shot's out of Elm Street 4. Is it in the junkyard? Wrong film. But I just thought it was so good, the fact that they used all these original cinema art for them. That's part 5. Part 6 is Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Now, I really like this, and this gets hate as well. It seems to be all the unpopular ones I like, And the popular ones for me are the worst ones. Well, 1 and 2 and 3 are my favourite. It's 4 and 5 I have problems with. I saw this at the cinema with the crappy 3D ending. This would be an amazing 3D Blu-ray release, even if they just put the 3D on that last segment. Because that red and green or red and blue, God almighty, it hurts your eyes. But I really enjoyed this film. I remember when I went to see it at the cinema, some idiot was on his own in the front row and he sat through the entire film with the red and blue glasses on. It's only like the last 10 minutes. I was trying to go, God, you idiot. He must have had a busting headache. But yeah, if you've only seen that once and you didn't like it, give it another chance. I think it's a really, really good entry into the series, that. And the last one, although this isn't my favourite, I thought for a new Elm Street film and to try and finish it off altogether, I thought this was absolute genius. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. This is where Wes Craven came back and tried to... He brings the actors back. Like, well, some of them. Heather Langenkamp's back. Robert Englund's back, obviously. But they're playing themselves in the film. And then Heather Langenkamp's now husband in the film is working on this new film with a Freddy glove. I don't know if it's a Freddy film. And it's like Freddy starts to come back into reality. And it gets so far through. And you can hear, like, John Saxon's back in it. So she starts off calling him John, and then out of the blue she starts calling him Dad. He starts calling her Nancy instead of Heather. It's just really, really well done the way they've done it. And the son, she's got a son in this, and the little boy in this is little Gage out of Pet Sematary. But if you've not seen this, and I mean, there's going to be some people see it, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and possibly not realise it is actually a Nightmare on Elm Street film. If you've not seen it, I swear to God, watch it, because it's a cracker, this one. It kind of fits in, but it's so different and so original what he tried to do. Very, very clever fellow, Wes Craven. I really do miss him. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And the final disc. This is a monster. This is called the Nightmare Series Encyclopedia. This is your bonus disc. I've only had this in once or twice, and it was that complicated. I couldn't complete it. It's all the extra features, but it's done like a game, and you've got to work your way through the Elm Street house, I believe it is. And depending what sort of corridor or room you take or door you go through, depends on what special feature you get. So I was looking for, like, I want to see I know the music video for Dream Warriors is on from Elm Street 3. Good I'll find it. There's deleted scenes, there's alternate endings to the first one, there's all sorts of stuff. I don't know, although I'm kind of doubting not, if the unrated missing part 5 stuff's in there. I've never heard anybody talk about it. I love the artwork on that as well. You get the various Freddy Fizzogs. I need to have a go at this because I haven't actually had this in a player since 1999, 2000. It's never been back out again. It's just so complicated. And then your booklet you get. At the time, you didn't get anything like this, like booklets with DVDs. So this is actually quite a thick one, and it's quite sturdy as well. It's not hardback or anything like that, or anything like what Arrow released, but it is a thick booklet. And it's on really, really good quality paper. But some of the ones you get now, like have hardbacks and stuff, they don't. I love that scene. I'm gutted that I didn't see Freddy vs. Jason at the cinema. It's the only Elm Street film I never got to see at the cinema over here. I saw them all when they originally came out, starting with the original in '84. So there's only Freddy vs. Jason. Even the remake I got to see at the cinema. I saw the lot. I Some really, really good images and some like really interesting text in there as well. I personally think even if you've got that horrendous Blu-ray box, I'm saying box, slip, this, if you can get this cheap, the American one, not the English one, it's well worth getting because it's a cracking set. And then you get a white envelope with 3D glasses in, you get 2 pairs. Excuse me. And you get 2 pairs like that. They're the red and blue. Sorry, not red and green. Oh, that's enough. But you do get on the side, you get the Nightmare on Elm Street logo. And then it says on the inside, this side towards face, used only for viewing 3D, not for sunglasses or any use. Have you tried wearing these for sunglasses? So, oh, the only other thing, fell out the box onto the floor. And it's the original wraparound strip that came on it. I had it sellotaped and it's worn out again. So when you first got the box, that was wrapped round it. You don't see many, if at all, any with this now, unless it's sealed. But it's taped there, so it's ripped in a little bit. I wouldn't mind taping it because it does slide back on the box after every use. So yes, that is the absolutely amazing for DVD. But anyway, Nightmare on Elm Street box set signed by Robert Englund to me, and signed by Amanda Wyss to me. And now the soundtracks. So like I said, I did used to have a lot of the original pressings. I no longer have them. And then a few years ago, I got this for Christmas, and it's Nightmare on Elm Street box set, Box of Souls, and it's got the scores to Elm Street 1 to New Nightmare, and that's the box. This is a release by Mondo, all black vinyl, but such a lovely set, and it weighs a ton. This slides out there. Booklet. Unreal. You don't get stuff like that with vinyl. So the these are all original artwork. So I'll take these out and show you. It's not that one. Right, there we go. So Nightmare on Elm Street, that's the front cover. That's the back cover. I love that artwork. I don't need to take them out of the black sleeves, because like I said, they're all black vinyl, but they have that snazzy label on. So that's the first one. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Love that film, love that scene. All black vinyl. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Look at that. And that's the back. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. I love how all these are in those polyline sleeves as well, so they protect your records better. I always loved that scene. I think it's probably because of the Jaws reference, to be fair. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. I think that's really, really nice artwork. I think I like that better than the film poster stuff. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. That's a strange one for the sleeve, the poster, for the Welcome to Springwood sign as you're driving in and out. Alice Cooper's amazing in that film, I love it. He plays Freddy's dad. And the last one in the box is Wes Craven's New Nightmare. This is a double. So the gatefold sleeve, I've got that in the middle. That's amazing, the colour. I love the colours of that. I haven't played all these yet. I think I got as far as 2. I never knew this was a double. I mean, I've had this a few years, well, and I still haven't finished playing it all. Yeah, same labels again. And it's a while since I've actually had this out. I totally forgot about there being a booklet, to be honest. So let's have a little look what's in this. Ooh. It's like the artwork, but black and white. It's really nice, actually. It's got the kids skipping there with the rope. It's got the little girl's bike in part 3. Nothing on 2 there, no images. That's a good one, part 4. Part 5 and 6. I know this is like this is not a cheap box set, but it is worth it. It's so nice, and I like the fact as well that with the box set, everything is black vinyl, so you're not worried about what colour you get or anything. It's black, and that's it. Mondo also released a standalone single release of the first album soundtrack, Nightmare on Elm Street. And they swapped the artwork around. So the reverse art of the box set version became the front, which I love. And the back was, I think, what was originally on the front. But then they also made it into a gatefold sleeve. And this was coloured vinyl. It's the trusty red and green Freddy sweater stripe again. I love that colour, it's gorgeous. They did do another one which was for a convention, and it was red vinyl with, I think it was like green splatter, like dots. I would love that. I've tried to get it a few times, but I've failed dismally. I've given up lately because obviously I haven't been buying very, very few records. I've been more bothered about the films and stuff, and also it's, as you all know, we're all struggling at the minute, so that's not great. And there's one more that I have. This is ridiculous. I had this on green vinyl as well, but I sold it. This is a repress, and the original, I'd love the original, but it is so bad. There's only 350 copies on this colour. This might be the red and green stripe again, I can't remember. But Robert England is on this. This is so bad. This is Freddie's greatest hits by the Elm Street Group. Jeez, this is terrible. What was he thinking? If I ever get to meet him again, I'm taking this to get signed just to watch him cringe. He does make me laugh. No, it's not the stripe. There is a stripe, but this isn't it. This is red and green swirl. This is the closest I could get to it. I wanted the stripe, but I could only get this one. The green was just see-through dark green. That's why I got rid of it. It wasn't the greatest record. It isn't the greatest record, so that'll do me for that, unless I can get a very cheap original. The labels and the colours, the best part about it, trust me. Freddie's greatest hits. Jealous of what? After the vinyl box set, Mondo released a separate one to follow on, and they did the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. I always keep that with the Friday the 13th ones, because I always class it as a Friday the 13th film, with it being in the box and everything. Plus, with Friday the 13th being my favourite horror series, I always include it in that anyway. So it came out on red and green striped, like Freddy sweater coloured vinyl with silver splatter for the glove. Sold out like that. It went on sale on a Wednesday afternoon, I think, and I forgot about it. And I went on the Wednesday night. Gone. So they released another colour of it. And it was called Eco Vinyl. It's where they use up all the leftover pellets from other pressings. Instead of binning it all, so it's like eco-friendly. However, even those leftover pellets, they don't make the record any cheaper, which I think is a bit of a swizz. So I thought, well, I'll settle for that. And it turned up, and it had marks on it. Marks as in, like, not wipe you off marks. It was scratched. And they look quite deep, so I've never played it. I've never dared. So they didn't have any more, so they just refunded me and said to keep it. So I kept it in the collection just to, like a shelf filler type of thing, and this is it. Nothing wrong with the sleeve and the packaging. It was just the record. I don't like the artwork. Normally the guy who does these is brilliant. I think it's it's Gary Pulling. To me, it's up to standard, but I mean, he's done some amazing sleeves, like on the Friday the 13th and stuff. But I don't know, there's just something about this, I didn't like it. You do get an insert. Note special, to be fair. I've never read it. I love the film. I do love the film. Wait to see the colour of this. So this Eco one, I seen somebody post theirs. Theirs was like a sort of a dark purple. Mine was brown shit coloured. I was not impressed with that at all. However, I got it, and it was for the music, but I couldn't play it anyway, so. But that is hideous, isn't it? I don't think I'd ever buy another Eco pressing again because they look bloody awful. Then, out of the blue, I got this email after I'd got that. And it was from Transmission Records, and I thought, oh, because I know they do get a lot of Mondo stuff and Waxwork stuff in. I didn't know at the time, I found out later on, that Spencer Hickman, who was the founder of Death Waltz Records, who merged in with Mondo, owns Transmission Records. I didn't know this, and I wondered how they kept getting these Mondo things. So I got an email saying Freddy vs. Jason, red and green stripe. I thought, that can't be right, it's sold out. So I went on, sure enough, there it was. So I ordered it quick, and it was cheaper to get it from there than to get it from where I originally wanted from, straight from Mondo, because they're in Texas somewhere, I think. And the sale went through, so I went straight back round on again, sold out. I thought, I'm going to get an email here saying sold out. No, it turned up. I got the last one. This is it. And it's completely flawless. There's not a mark on it. What a relief. Because this was going for stupid money after it sold out on eBay. It's exactly the same package, and I won't get all out again. The only difference is, if you look, the way you can tell is the Obi strip's a different colour. The black Obi strip is the red and green striped Freddy colour, and that's the Eco one. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Red and green Freddy striped sweater with silver splatter for his glove blades. Pretty good, eh? So yes, I count my blessings with that one, and I think I'm exceptionally lucky to get it when I did, because if I had to check my emails when I did, I'd have missed it. And then when I ordered it and went back, sold out. I got the last one. I could not believe my luck. I really couldn't. So, as probably most people know now, I always, when it's like Friday the 13th and stuff, I always collect every colour format. So I did end up with both, even though one of them's dodgy. But I've got the proper one. That's the main thing. I do have a couple of other things I will show to you now. One Way Static Records released a 7-inch single of Dream Warriors by Dokken. And you could not pick what colour you got. You got what you were given. You either got yellow, or if you were lucky, you got red and green striped Freddy. I ordered one. I got yellow. So I went and found the red and green striped one on eBay. I thought, no, I've got to have it. So this is the yellow one. I love that artwork. I love the sleeve. I love the song. It's probably the only song I do like a Dokken that I've heard. This plays at 33 as well. And on the other side, you get Into the Fire, which is the other song in Elm Street 3 that you hear when she's building the house and the mum comes in. There's the yellow. Now, when it first came on video over here in the UK, that song wasn't in. It was just instrumental, so it must have been copyright. I didn't get to hear that song, Into the Fire, until I got that DVD box. I was like, that's changed. And it's the same with, you know, the end of part 2, where you get that song, Did You Ever Have a Dream? Walking. Something like Fred Astaire, somebody. It was on at the cinema, but I remember when the video come out, you get like the main theme at the beginning, at the end as well. It gets right up my nose when that happens. You want the original version that you've seen and that you know. And this is the one that was the bugger to get, because what they said is, like, there's so many pressings and most of them are yellow and they're randomly inserted, so you don't know what you're getting. You know when you order it, you're unlucky, you're not going to get it. But I'm glad I got this one anyway from eBay. There's Dream Warriors. Red and green striped Freddy jumper again. And Into the Fire. Looks so much nicer than the yellow one, that. So that's a 7-inch Dream Warriors single by Dokken. So before Mondo released the vinyl box set, this, I've had to Google this. You pronounce it Varese Sarabande. Released a CD box set. And when I got this, I was like, this looks mint. It arrives in a Freddy Krueger jumper. So you whip that off. Artwork there. It's on both sides. Just a lift off lid. Thus. And you get a booklet. And all the fronts of the card sleeves, you put them all together and it makes that artwork obviously a bit bigger. Is the art worth looking at? Oh, you get the posters and stuff in there as well. So yes, nice little booklet for a CD box set, really, because you don't normally get anything like this. Video covers, Blu-ray covers, whatever, DVD covers. Sexy Fred. Poor old Wes. So yeah, you get that, and then you get the discs in these card sleeves. there's the first one. That's the front. And the way they do with these is like the little Japanese album sleeves, so you get them in these plastic. And it's just basically like the artwork's like that. A little bit different, but they're all just red like that. So that's Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. I think this is out of print now, this box set. You can still get the vinyl one if you fancy that. You're looking at about £200 for it, mine, but it's a cracker. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. I didn't realise actually the discs are different colours. I thought they were all red. So once I seen 1 to 2 we were different, I thought I might as well show you them all. Oh, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I'm pretty sure as well, because I don't have my glasses on, there's loads of extra stuff on this, like they're expanded. So you get the original soundtrack and you get like unreleased stuff and cues not used and that. And I think that's on all of them as well. But yeah, it's such a nice set, this. Obviously not quite as nice as the vinyl, but can you imagine having a dirty great big jumper on that vinyl box set? Wes Craven's New Nightmare. You don't get. Oh, you do get the next one. Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and what a film that is. It's so clever. And the last one, which I didn't think you actually got in here, you do get Freddy vs. Jason. So this is what the covers all look like together. So pretty nice, huh? So that's the complete Nightmare on Elm Street soundtrack collection on CD. So there you go. That's pretty much it for my Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Box of Souls soundtracks 1 to 7. Freddy's Greatest Hits. The absolutely beautiful 2 Dream Warriors singles. The absolutely beautiful Nightmare on Elm Street red and green striped Freddy jumper. No, it isn't. It's red and green swell soundtrack. Freddy vs. Jason on beautiful red and green stripe and shit brown. And more importantly, the films themselves, the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Signed by Robert, signed by Amanda, and the best version you can get to date of the films all in one go. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, all 2 of you. And I will be seeing you very soon on a live stream if you're watching tomorrow night. I am on Pete a Play Tendo Guys live stream. As his guest, I've been on there for a few weeks. I think we'll be having Scott as usual, Andy as usual, Mike as usual. And I don't know who else. I don't know if it's just me or they've got somebody else on as well. I really don't know. But yeah, I'll leave a link to all their channels and also to the stream if it's done yet. If not, I'll link it whenever I can. I hope you've enjoyed this. I do appreciate you watching and subscribing, whoever you are. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you on the next one, and I shall see you very soon. Keep watching for those UK quads of all the Elm Streets. You take care of yourselves. See ya.